Hello there, Majorie. All right, fantastic work. Well done for getting this far. That's great news. It's great to see students progressing and improving. So, well done for sending the work in. Let's go. It has been greatly argued, or widely argued, that motor and intellectual skills of children can be further enhanced by playful activities rather than through books. Good. Very, very good start. A great vocabulary there. I strongly support the idea of an enjoyable learning strategy for the young. In this essay, I will discuss the reasons why I believe this should be done. Two things with this. First of all, we can make it sound a little bit more academic by avoiding the personal pronouns, and we can say this essay will discuss the reasons why books are inferior, using examples from charities, or whatever this is, and using examples from Canada to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, I think in the next chapter you will get some instructions on how to write stronger examples. Let's carry on. So, and also done. Done is okay, but there are better ways of saying that. So I will discuss the reasons why I believe this should be in place, why this should be implemented, why this educational strategy should be adopted. Can you see? Verbs like do, be can be quite vague, whereas implement, adopted can be a little bit more specific. First, that would help you with your lexical resource score. Firstly, a child's creativity can be better developed when one is exposed to their social environment. Good. This is because at their age they are starting to explore the things around them. This is because at their young age, just to make it a bit specific, according to the developmental milestone of children, what is that? Charity, an organisation, a government body? That would need to be stated. So, according to the charity, development milestone of children, school-aged, for instance, okay, delete that. According to the charity milestone, school-aged children are known to be imitators. Right. So let's just put, for instance, instead of the middle, let's put it right at the beginning, and this will help the sentence, because I was just struggling to find out what that was. You see? This simply means that they are fond of role-playing, like cooking for girls and playing carpentry for boys. Therefore, through this experience, they have already widened their imagination of their future goals, which could not be done solely by reading. Very, very good. Which could not be achieved, okay, just to improve. And what I like doing is improving essays more than actually correcting them. And that's what I just did there, so thanks. Let's carry on. Secondly, through games or sports, children will learn to use their decision making and their strength. This is due to the fact that they have to find a better strategy. We used better already, I'm sure. Yeah. So be careful. What could we say instead of superior, a more advanced strategy, whatever? But be careful of repetition in order to defeat their opponent. Good. In Canada, as early as 5 years old, children are already trained to play board games like chess and join several competitions. Good. Consequently, skills of children are better, once again, honed at an early age if they compete. Good. Two things. Implement hedging. Okay, that's in the later chapters, so you might want to skip along and check that out. And here we could say, consequently, skills of children are honed. We don't even need better there. We could just say are honed, or are perfected, or are honed at an earlier age if they compete. Good. Excellent. So to conclude from the given points, regarding the importance of play and learning, I firmly agree that socialization and sports greatly influence the physical and mental capacity of children, which cannot be learned by reading alone. Good, but I think we've already used that structure alone. I'm sure we did beforehand, because I was impressed, which is good. By solely reading, that was it, so we didn't. Okay, that's fine. In the future, schools will probably spend more time with social activities. Okay, very good. 258 words, that's fantastic. And well done. So yeah, just make sure that we're using a bit more of a variety of structure and more accurate verbs, but we're on the right track, Marjorie. I'm very impressed. So let's see. 258 words again. Wow. So it has been greatly argued that the past generation has difficulty connecting with their loved ones. Good. Than today. Okay, it has been greatly argued that the past generation has difficulty connecting with their loved ones. Delete than today. I strongly agree that the facilitation of communication services is far more available than before. In this, okay, so once again, this essay will use examples from America and technology to demonstrate points and prove arguments. And we've got a grammatically perfect sentence that's relevant, it's easy to learn and easy to implement. So try and do that for the next one. Firstly, the engagement with social networking services is believed to broaden the connection of interpersonal relationships across the globe. Genius! This is because communication channels are more accessible and cheaper than the last decades. Good. A study from an American anthropologist shows that since the invention of mobile phones and the internet, 4 out of 5 families, write these numbers, okay, F-O-U-R, okay, have constantly maintained or constantly maintain the daily contact with their relatives abroad through video chat or text messages. Good. So we didn't need that have. Or we could have used the have and just said have constantly maintained. Both are okay. Therefore, the convenience of such technological innovations bridge great distances closer, or bridge great distances, or bring great distances closer, one or the other. That's a very good, solid paragraph, very coherent. You've communicated your point, very clear argument, backed up by a strong argument and a fancy structure there, so that's genius. Well done, Marjorie. Secondly, nowadays secondly, nowadays there has been a strong trend that both young and old ages learn to use the different electronic tools to keep in touch with relatives and friends. Good. This is due to the fact that with just a click of the finger, one can easily connect with the outside world without travelling. Genius. Webcams and smartphones, for instance, give access to family members overseas to participate as virtual visitors on special occasions like birthdays or reunions. Good. We could say such as well. It just sounds a little bit more academic. Consequently, family isolation is less prevalent since everybody has the access to these communication tools. Good. Hedging. Since almost everybody okay, because we can't make sweeping generalizations. So if this was true, since everybody, well, it isn't true, is it? Because, I don't know, maybe only about 30% of the entire world has access to these communication tools, or maybe more actually, probably about 70%. But it's not true that everybody does, and that's what we need to say, that almost everybody or nearly everybody. In conclusion, I firmly support that through internet-based communication and adaptation of the public to electronic media devices, relationships among families has grown deeper. Good, have grown deeper. In the future, it will continue to innovate technologies that are more user-friendly. What's the subject there? So we could say in the future, this trend will continue and hopefully bring families closer, whatever. But be careful there, I'm not so sure what the it is. So that's a genius start, Marjorie. I'm very impressed. Great way to start off the course. I want you to keep maintaining this rhythm. Send in your next work as soon as possible. What you need to do now, the next task, is to implement all the corrections that you've heard in the video. Okay? Then I want you to make a list of all the mistakes and write down how to sort of like the solution, so over repetition or more accurate grammar instead of do and be, whatever. And then write me 2 new essays Also include the word count and the time spent, because I want to know how long you're doing this, how long it's taking, because these are really good. And then send it all together, so the 2 corrected essays, the error list, and your 2 new essays all together in one new email, okay? And 24 hours, that would be much, much better. You're doing great, keep going, and we'll speak soon.